Hey guys, good morning. As you can see, I am at a beautiful place, beautiful backdrop. Don't feel like going back home. Much needed break and vacation for me. Uh, Thought of taking this opportunity to share a very interesting story. This story goes back to about 2 years from now, and it's one of my earlier team members. One of the most amazing persons that I've ever worked with in my team. I used to call her the Salman Khan of my team, and when I say Salman Khan of my team, it goes back to, or possibly connects to the one of the most famous dialogues of this Bollywood actor, which is एक बार जो मैंने कमिटमेंट कर दी उसके बाद मैं अपने आप की भी नहीं सुनता. So she's one of those team members who would take an assignment, you give her an assignment, she's like, "Poop, go there, do it, whatever it takes," right? And the good part is that she will deliver on her commitment. The difficult part is that she will possibly step on shoes of other people and make it difficult at times. Now, that's not the focus of the conversation here. I remember she gave me a call about 2.5 years from now. I took on some other assignment, and then she joined one of a fresh brands, a new brand, definitely one of the brand that people talk about. She got a good assignment, good project. I was very happy for her, and of course she was happy for what she was getting. 30 days, about 30 days into the job, and then I get a call from her, and she's all out of energy. She's sounding desperate, frustrated, confused. This is not exactly how she is, and I knew something was not right. Possibly that's the reason that she had given me a call. So fine, the conversation started. I kept on hearing for about 15-20 minutes, and the entire focus of the conversation was how painful, how difficult her boss has been, how nasty she has been. She doesn't give her time, she's rude to her, she's been tough to her, she doesn't listen, she's very hard to break into, and so forth. And she kept on going for 15-20 minutes. Extremely important pouring for her to do. After she was done, she was kind of slightly relaxed, had a bit of calmness that she came back to her. Now it was my turn, and I could have immediately jumped into and saying, okay, this is what you should do and do that. But off lately, I've started taking a very different stance, and I definitely didn't want to do this. I didn't want to spoon feed or say, hey, I know how to solve the problem, and this is how you should go and solve the problem. I wanted her to own up the problem and solve for it. So I had 3 questions that I thought I'll shoot at her, and this came during the conversation itself, sharing again so that it may help when we or one of our team members are possibly in a similar situation. My first question to her: what do you learn from her? And she said, what do you mean, what do you learn from her? I said, yeah, she's a professional, she's sitting there, she's at a reasonable senior position. She wouldn't have reached there by mistake, right? I'm sure she would have enough content which you could focus on and learn from her. She said, yeah, I haven't thought about that. I said, why not? She said, yeah, because I've been busy talking about what's not working out. I said, great, so go back, find out, is she gonna add professional value to yourself, and that probably makes your any decision further easier. She said, fine, great, I should do that, I can do that. Second, I said, what are the things as humans, as a human being you like about her? He said, what? I just gave you a list of so many things that she doesn't do right. How do you think I can like a human being? I said, that's exactly my question is. We all have the great stuff and not so great stuff. You right now talked about the not so great stuff. I'm sure as a human being there are a lot that she would have, and which again possibly you can learn from and should focus on. And there was a pause. I knew she was thinking. I made her think. She did that. She accepted that. She said, fine, I'm going to get back to you now. Is that all? I said, no, I'm going to you a far more complicated question. She was like, oh my God, these 2 itself are too difficult for me to answer and think of. Not another one. I said, yeah, but the best questions typically come at the end. So my third question to her was, have you ever thought or tried to find out why exactly she's behaving in a particular way? He said, why should I even care? I said, you should care because I'm talking about a relationship, right? Relationship cannot be one-sided. You have so much expectations from her. Have you tried to understand that what is causing her to do that? What is causing her to driving her to that particular behavior, right? Do you understand her story? Do you understand where she comes from? What are the difficulties she's possibly seen? When did you do that? She said, I've never even done that and I don't want to do it. I said, okay, and why do you think you should do that? You should not be doing that. And she said, it's a professional relationship, why should I even care? I took her back to the point that a relationship between two bodies, two individuals, anything is two-sided, right? It's a win-win situation. If you don't invest in it, if you don't show interest in it, if you don't actually put an effort to make it work, and this is, by the way, two-sided, both sides don't do it, it's very, very, very difficult for a relationship to work, right? Even more important when it comes to relationship with your bosses. And again, coming back from my experience of 13 years, 23 bosses, it is extremely, extremely critical, and you would need to do it differently with different people because you're talking about different human beings. So guys, my message here, focus on the relationship as much as you want your boss to focus on that relationship. It is important for you, it is crucial for you, and any relationship is two sides, right? If you're able to crack that, do that well, I'm sure you're gonna have a great, great, great corporate story to talk about. And bosses are great enablers if you're able to crack that relationship. If it doesn't happen, possibly gonna pull you down. So stay connected. Thank you so much for watching. Any questions, subscribe to my link or drop me a mail. I'll be happy, more than happy to revert back. So thank you so